Hey, who are you from?
I'm from sportyWalki.org. So we're standing by with Peter Graham, one of the stars of today's show, and
Thanks, man. I'm one of the stars.
yeah, why not?
I like him already.
Yeah, mutual. I think it's mutual. So, could you please tell me something about Australian MMA? What do you think? Who are the biggest stars, and how did it all start in Australia?
Well, MMA in Australia has been around for a while. I mean, the obvious biggest stars is Mark Hunt. Actually, Mark and I started kickboxing together at a Redfern gym in New South Wales. But if you want to know where it kind of started, this guy just here, just off camera, my coach, Larry, come back.
Hi.
Explain. He's probably a better person to ask where it started. And
MMA in Australia started with Pancras and Shuto, because I was fighting Pancras and Shuto at the beginning when it first started in 1993, 94. So we have a bit of history in Australia, but not as big as Europe or America. Yeah.
And how did when you started out in Australia, how did it somehow connect with the European with MMA all around the world? Did you start touring, or did they come to you? How did it start somehow?
Well, I think with me personally, I already had a name from kickboxing and K1 when I was living in Japan. I come from a karate background, and I really feel that if you really understand karate, you should be able to fight anyone under any style. So I really thought that I needed to improve my repertoire. So I started to work on my complete game, which of course is MMA. So and then I had a lot of opportunities because of the name that I already had. But I got given a shot with Alexander Emelianenko in Russia. Because anyone who knows my record, the first couple of fights was really bad. I only won one fight out of the first 6. So I said to myself, I need to beat someone who's good. So I took that chance and I trained hard, and I won. So from there, I improved my chances of fighting all around the world. And I have a great manager, a guy called Anthony McGahn, who has a good working relationship with a lot of European MMA companies. And then we started to come over, and of course, I think the thing that set it all off was the win against Alexander. Then the European MMA fans and promoters started to go, hey, who's this guy? Maybe he can fight MMA. Maybe he's not just a striker.
And as for today's fight, what was your original game plan?
Well, our original game plan was pretty much what we did. But we really thought that Karloff would be more of he'd want to get into more of a striking game with us. We didn't think that he'd stall so much on the ground. So
that was probably his game plan, because he knows how good of a striker you are. So.
Yeah, but he's a good striker too. It's not like he's a little guy. It's not like he's got a big jaw. It's not like he's has a tendency to getting knocked out or beat up. So I really thought he'd be more courageous with the striking. He's considerably younger than me as well. So I thought this is a time for him to, time to shine. He could have come out and really said, hey, I can bang with the big guys. I don't care who you are. And I thought he'd be more aggressive on that front. But he chose to take, a safety first option, which is okay. He's a professional combat sports athlete, and he's being smart. So, or his coaches are, or whoever who's taking the lead from.
In the third round, it seemed like you were getting back into the fight. You had some nice combinations, and you had Carol down. Did you think at this point that you can win this fight? Did you think it was all over, or what was the missing part?
Well, I'll answer the first part first. Yeah, I thought we could finish the fight there. I thought maybe the referee was going to stop it. You always hope it's maybe they're going to give you a bit of an early stoppage. He was still defending himself intelligently, so it would have been a little bit premature if they stopped that fight then. But I feel that you know, it went the way that we thought it was going to go. But I really feel that it probably stayed on the ground too long. I mean, my whole tactic on the ground was to stall and get the referee to stand it back up, because I felt obviously more confident striking. But when the referee just continually decided to leave it on the ground, it just made, unfortunately, for a little bit, perhaps not the most exciting fight as well, which is sad for everyone.
This was your second fight in KSW. What do you think about the promotion as a whole? Organization, fighters, everything?
You're right. KSW have put me on twice now, and it is awesome. You know, the first time I was here was good. This time here was great. You know, the whole way that the whole company works is incredibly professional. I find that there's more fans. The way they treat the fighters, the salary that they pay the fighters, and the professionalism of all the athletes is second to none. You know, anyone who knows me, of course, knows that I fought K1 for a long time, and these guys are really, really similar in their professionalism to K1. And it's nice to know that there's more than one large organization out there, you know, because otherwise it just makes it hard for guys. You know, it's they don't make any money. So I think it's really nice. I really like it. I think the people are great, and I love coming to Europe. I really like Poland. Who would have thought?
Yeah. And tell me, who would be your dream opponent out of KSW roster? Heavyweights, but you can pick somebody else if you really feel that you would like to fight with somebody.
You know what? People always ask me. Hey, they always say to me, "Hey, Pete, who would you like to fight? Who's who's your dream opponent?" I'll tell you who my dream opponent is. Polish. And I say it again.
Please don't say me.
It's you. No, I tell you who it is. I want to fight the biggest. I want to fight the baddest, the meanest, the most tattooed up, the most crazy-looking guy there is. You know why? Because that's the one that's the best to beat. If you beat a bum, it's like, who cares? But if you beat a champ, a really good champ, oh man, that's good.
You came pretty close to doing this tonight, so.
Yeah, pretty close, but no banana, right?
Yeah.
But that's the whole thing.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.